So I bought one of these vevor mag drills, and I actually also got one of the plate compactors, and I guess I'll make a separate video about that. But they are a very, very Chinesium company and what have you. But on the other hand, they're stupidly cheap, and they're like, it's amazing how good of quality that you get relative to how much it is. The mag drill here was $215 shipped to my door. And, it only would have been, not only, or even just a couple years ago, even getting a Chinese mag drill would have been significantly more expensive than that. And a name brand mag drill is, of course, more yet. I actually own two name brand mag drills. I got a cordless Milwaukee and a Jancy Slugger as well too. But basically I was just curious, and also this mag drill here has got some features that my others don't. So it's got the sliding carriage on it, which I'll show that here in a second, which my Milwaukee has. But this one here is actually reversible and variable speed, which is pretty slick. I've actually already drilled a couple holes with this thing, and I noticed that it was like the gearbox was making some angry grinding noises. And of course it has the like really shitty, seemingly worthless fucking Chinesium grease in it. And so I figured I would take it apart and re-grease it and make a quick video about it. But there's many different models of these vevor mag drills, and I think this one said it was like an MD80, but there it says model ZT45H, but when I looked on their website I thought it said MD80. And I'm sure that the company like vevor doesn't actually make fuck all. I'm sure they just rebrand stuff. Yeah, anyways, I figured it was kind of interesting to see that this does actually have little ball bearings in it, which I thought was kind of slick. But I'm gonna put in some fresh, better quality grease in here, and try it out on a job I got. So the grease that I put in here is John Deere brand grease, and is a calcium sulfonate based 5% moly. It's a extremely thick and heavy grease, which is probably not the greatest for this application, but at the same time I figured it's probably better than what's in there, and it's what I had on hand. So got that reassembled, and what I was talking about with the sliding carriage is that not only do you have the normal traditional adjustment here of the crank handle, but when this is raised all the way, you don't have room to put a full-length twist bit in there. And so what you can do is loosen up that set screw, and then the motor itself will slide up and down on the carriage. And I guess I'll measure this when it's all the way up. So that there is with it all the way raised, and that is a 1/2-inch twist bit. And so there's still, what, almost 2 inches of clearance underneath the twist bit. The drill actually did come with one of the twist bit adapters, but it was a piece of crap. I haven't even tried using it yet, just because I have this twist bit adapter is a Milwaukee from my other mag drill. And so there's, what, 9 inches to the base right there. Wish I could say that. But, so right now I've got it magneted to a piece of 1/4-inch steel, and the magnet will, or the motor will actually turn on any time that the magnet is engaged. It doesn't have to be on a certain thickness of steel, which is kind of sketchy, but also kind of cool, so that way you can use it on really pretty thin stuff. And so got it sitting on a Milwaukee pack out, and if I go to turn the motor on right now, it won't do anything. But if I turn the magnet on, obviously it's not actually, you know, suck down anything because it's on plastic. Ah! I'm sure you can't hear fuck all through the video there, but I can actually still hear in person that there's like a rough spot on one of the, well, I mean, okay, there's a rough spot on all the gears. They look like they were machined with a dull beaver or something, because, you know, of course this thing is kind of janky Chinesium stuff. But like I said, on the other hand though, you know, it's all like cast iron and what have you, with like a cast gear case on it. And for the price, or the quality that you get for the money, is incredible. But on the other hand, though, it's obviously dog shit quality compared to like a Hogan drill or something like that. But yeah, I can hear there's like a rough spot on one of the gear teeth. You can kind of hear like click, click, click as it goes around. But that is still significantly quieter than it was with the shitty grease in there. But yeah, get on a piece of steel here and punch a hole. And so there you go. Fucker drills holes in steel. Imagine that. I was going to film it, but I'm really tired and feeling lazy today, and I just didn't feel like fucking getting out the tripod. But I guess I shouldn't have said that it was like dog shit quality. It does come with about 10 feet of actually really nice cable on it. But it is certainly, you know, lower quality than name brand ones. And you will have to fuck with it and do some things. Not saying you have to change the grease, but obviously, you know, will live longer if you do maintenance to it, like changing the grease and what have you. And this here is 2-inch solid bar, so 2-inch thick. And I got a 2-inch Evolution cutter. But I actually had to take the centering pin out because evidently something is fucked up in the drill. At the same time, fuck, does that even have room? Yeah, see, look at that. It might not even have room in there for it to be able to retract the centering pin all the way. I'll have to, I guess, read through the owner's manual for it, which, of course, is written in Chinglish. But, yeah, I wasn't able to drill all the way through that without taking the centering pin out. It would only drill like, I don't know, 1.25 inches or something like that. And there's a bunch of really funny shit on here. So there's a slot there, so you can put like a strap through it if you're worried about it falling off. And it says, wear safety belt when working at heights. Well, thank you very fucking much. There's just a bunch of goofy shit like that with these things. And like I was saying, I do have, you know, quality name brand mag drills, but for one, I was just flat out curious about this thing. And also I've always wanted to make like a mag drill press, like make a drill press using a mag drill, and I didn't want one of my other mag drills being tied up on that thing, and so maybe that's what I'll do with this here. The other thing that I'm curious about is if these holes are center, or if, you know, the drill is not lined up properly and is walking off to the side. So I'll grab a square here and measure that out. So got the fireball square lined up with the edge of the hole on both sides there. Ah. Oh, it's not fucking bad. Looks like it walked over a little bit. Focus, you fucking piece of shit. Walked over a little bit, but Man, for $200 mag drill, that ain't bad.